Every couple of years I go on a diet. I'm a cyclic dieter, so I lose a bunch of weight and then I put the weight back on once I go off it. So the last one I did, well actually, here's a bizarre thing. So every morning I wake up, I write my weight down. I've got, let's go back to the start of this book. You can see back to 2018, 94 kilos. I must have started a diet at the start of this book. So October 2018 I went on a diet. So you can see down, 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 the weight goes 88, 89. I must have stagnated around that point. You can see by the end of the year I'm back up to 91 kilos. Yeah, okay. A little break. What's this one? In 2019 I've gotten up to 96.4 kilos. So if I go on a diet again, start in May, get to July, I'm at 83.5. Got down, down, down into the 70s. 77, 76.6. So, what's that? Started in the 5th, so over 4 months. It's remained in the 70s for many months. Many months. In fact, I got into running around that time and I really enjoyed it. I really started getting quite addicted to it. You can see there, Christmas Day, I would have gone for a run around that time. I think I went to Hawaii during that point, and I continued running. I've got all these good stats. Still stayed around that 80 kilo mark, so I got down to 76, went up to 80. Then my old mate COVID came along, so. And then we can watch the weight. I've kept it up for a bit, and then very quickly we have started to hit the upward trajectory. So, June 2020, July 2020, August, September. September I'm touching on the 89. Oh, 15th of September. Back into the 90s. Around for a bit. And then we're well into the 90s. Months gone by. Seems, yeah, it's just my bizarre daily routine. So I get up, weigh myself. 1st of the 5th, 2021, 98.2. And here we are with this current sheet. So you can see 1st of June, 96.8. So that's obviously more than what I'd prefer it to be, and I need to do something about it. My problem is, it seems that I just hit that 97 mark, and that's annoying for me, because it's almost like that's almost like my body's natural operating rhythm. So it's like my body wants to be 97 kilos. Unfortunately, society says that I can't be that. So, I'm about to start a diet again and get back into the exercise. Now, just so for some visuals. Yeah, I mean, I'm not. The one thing guys have got is an insane ability to be happy with the body that we've got. So, my problem is I'll go into a meeting room, I'll sit down, I've got this extra tire, it sits on my groin area, and in fact, phone out there. So this is me. This ledge, and obviously I'm too fat. So 96 point, what was it? 96.8 kilos. Let's see if we can lose some weight and how quickly we can do it. So I'm going to go and do some baseline measurements. I'm going to test my flexibility. Oh, look at this whip. Oh, yeah, I'm going to see how far I can stretch down, see what my standing, my jump vertical is, then go across to a nearby park and do some baseline measuring of 100-metre run, 1 kilometre and a 5-kilometre time, and we'll see. We'll check in every month or so and see what we've done to improve that. Okay. Alright, so 2 weeks in and I've lost 5.5 kilos in that 2 weeks. That's about 12 pounds. So it's not really having much of a difference, I don't think. I don't know, it doesn't feel like it. Maybe a little bit. But yeah, that's it. So I'm going to go for a run now. I'm feeling really out of energy today. So it's been, as I say, 2 weeks. I've eaten not a lot of food. Some days it's just 1 meal a day. Many of those days in the last 2 weeks have just been 1 meal a day. It's not the way to do it. I know that. Short term is not the way to do it. Anyway, it's the way I'm doing it. So yeah, let's keep running, and I'll just check some of my other sort of vitals, my spring, my jump ability, my stretching, and see if there's been any movement. Alright, it's been 4 weeks now and I've lost 10.6 kilos. That's, for countries that don't know how to divide and multiply by 10, that's about 374 ounces. So, it's been a bit of an improvement. Lost probably, I think, a couple of inches around the tummy. That's, yeah, making some inroads, but still got a fair way to go. I've got another 7 kilos to go before I'm considered not overweight. Anyway, that is what it is. There's one more thing I can do to lose some weight. Now we've got this to play with. Down. I'm about to curl it. More error. Alright. Let's keep running. Okay, so it's at week 6 now. Now I've injured my back. I've compressed a disc, lifting some concrete and moving it. So that's taken me out. I can't run anymore. So while that recovers, I've just been walking and doing some other exercise. So this is, after week 6. Still got this little thing, but I'm not doing any abdominal exercises either because of my back. So yeah, certainly have made an improvement though. Okay, it has been 7 weeks, and just a little update because I think I've just hit a bit of a goal. So if we have a quick look at the stats that I've been keeping, I won't go into too much detail apart from saying I've been on my diet now for 7 weeks. The goal is to do 8 weeks of diet. And you can see I started out at 96.8 kilograms or 213.4 pounds or 15.2 stone. And my BMI was 30.6. So that was in the obese range. So as we go down, been losing it at quite a rate, and we have just completed week 7, and I'll put my days total of 78.5 kilograms. If you watch my little BMI score, hooray, I'm now officially healthy. So in 7 weeks, 18.3 kilos lost. That is 40 pounds, and I think I'll just quickly, before we weigh in, before we check back next week, I might just quickly run through what I've been doing in order to lose that weight. So I was doing a lot of running. I got back into running, so just doing a daily 5K. So that was that. I was eating fairly minimal, and then I decided to basically stop eating for a while. So I'd go 24 hours without food, 36 hours without food, and then just have one little meal. And probably not what you're supposed to do. I think it's fair to say that. But look, I just wanted to lose some weight and get it off as quickly as possible. So I've gotten into a bit of a routine, which I was keeping a bit of a track of the food that I was eating. But long story short, 1 meal per day, and that is a pre-packaged meal. I'll go and show those in a sec. And you can see my weight loss per week. I think I'll try and work on something a little bit more fancy when this video gets put together. But you can see there it's, I lost 3.1 kilos this week, which is pretty good. And I was trying to work out a bit of whether there's any real, rhyme or reason. I started to think it might actually not be based on calories, not be based on carbs, but maybe salt, because what I had yesterday, this roast chicken and creamy leek sauce, and it only had 600 milligrams of salt or sodium. Yet when I had the chicken and chorizo paella, that had 2.2 grams of sodium in it. So, and then when I track that over here, I go, oh yeah, when I had that really salty dish the next morning, I'd only lost 0.1 kilos. But like yesterday with a low salt intake, I woke up and I'd lost nearly 1 kilo. So I'm thinking a lot of my weight loss is water. Well, and that's why it's like, well, how far do you want to go? Well, I guess I've only just hit the healthy range. I've lost nearly 3 stone, nearly, as I say, 40 pounds and 18 and a bit kilos. But when I've only just dipped into the healthy BMI range, it makes me think, ooh, maybe maybe I do need to lose a little bit more. I was hoping to get down to maybe 76 kilos, and then when I stopped the diet, it would, I'd eat more salty foods, and they would then have an impact on my water retention. But yeah, anyway, we'll see what happens. So I've got 1 week to go. And these are the meals that I've been sort of buying. It's with a discount. They're about $7.50 for these meals. I think they retail for $11. They're good. I love this one. A little Australian company called U Foods, which has just been bought out. They sent me an email saying they've just been bought out by HelloFresh. So, but yeah, you can see 436 calories. So when I have just one of these a day, I guess it's not really a lot. 500 calories a day, and what I did was I hurt my back. I've been going to a spinal place, but I crushed a disc in my back. So I was shifting some concrete, and really wrecked myself. So that made me stop running. So now that I've stopped running, I'm on an elliptical machine. I've just got a really crappy elliptical machine downstairs, and I do 40 minutes a day of that, and then take the dog for about an hour and 15-minute walk every day, a pretty vigorous one, and a second little walk, just at 1 kilometre later in the day, in the evening. And so yeah, that's obviously been working a treat. Anyway, there's a little bit of an update for what I've been doing. So yeah, the trick for my weight loss: starve myself. So yeah, just a quick last week update. So a few days ago I was bragging about starving myself and losing all this weight, which was the case, and now the diet gods have heard me and they have smacked me down. So it's been 3 days of starving myself as usual, and I haven't lost any weight. So I think my body's gone into starvation mode, where it's just taking any energy it can get from the meal. So I'm still just eating 500 calories a day in one single meal, and that's it. And I've been doing 2 hours a day of exercise. I've been doing 40 minutes on the elliptical, an hour and 15 minutes of fairly fast-paced walking, just because my back's still buggered. So, over 2 hours a day of exercise and not losing any weight. So, I think I'm going to have to go back to eating more. So I've had some cereal this morning. I'll still just have my my pre-made meal at lunch and see how we go. However, I am getting ready for the end of the diet. So there's a good deal on for pizzas. So you can see a whole bunch of pizza boxes here. I haven't eaten them, but I did put them into the freezer. So they are frozen and ready to go. There's 5 in there, and so looking forward to the end of the diet. I'm not going to be eating all 5 pizzas, but certainly I'm going to reward myself now, because it has been 8 weeks, and I was thinking, because we're currently in lockdown at the moment with COVID, so I was thinking I'd be back in the office, so I'd be able to show off my summer body. I was thinking of staying on the diet for 1 more week, but it's been a long time, and maybe it's time to just sort of live life a little bit more normally. Anyway, that's just a quick midweek update, and we'll see how I can go for this last week. I was hoping for a sprint to the finish with a big weight loss that might actually just peter out. Ciao. while I cook that. Today's the last day of the diet, so it's also appropriate, I guess, to show how I'm going to celebrate. Had some packages arrive. So let's see how I'm going to celebrate the end of my diet. There is 10 kilos of party mix. Now, I think it's safe to say I've got a sweet tooth. Juice. What's that? Jelly babies. That's 1.3 kilos, 1 kilo, 10 kilos. Chicken feet. Retro party mix. Blueberry clouds. RJ's Fabulicious Raspberry Twisters. I don't even know what these things are. Green frog. Fruit juice. Glowworms. Pascal jets. And wine gums. So I think it's fair to say I've got a bit of a sweet tooth, and look, this might be a little bit ridiculous, but I am going to celebrate. Not going to eat the whole lot in one sitting, but yeah, I saw an opportunity to buy in bulk. All right, one day to go. Let's see how I go. Oh, I forgot to add, I think in total it's 27 kilos of candy, sweets, lollies, whatever you want to call them. All right, it's check-in time. It's been 8 weeks. So I've done 8 weeks of diet, and I have gone from 96.8 kilos to 76.7. So a 20.1 kilogram loss in 8 weeks, 2.5 kilos a week. So that's pretty good. Probably people would say that's probably not a safe thing to do. Anyway, but I just needed to kickstart this, and let's have a look at it. So a little bit different from what I started out at. So still that little bit of fat. I'll put some measurements on screen as to what the numbers look like across the chest, across the tummy, and across the waist. The tummy one had a big loss. The waist, I think I still got a little bit of back fat there. So that's annoying, but yeah, you know, I'll take that any day of the week. So now to see whether I can maintain it. Maybe not, considering I bought a whole heap of lollies, sweets, candies, whatever you want to call them, and I'll just put a picture of that there. And we'll see how I can quickly put on the weight. Well, that's not a challenge, but I needed a little reward. Okay, so it is possible. Have a good one.